Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson on our passing chord series. So today we'll be learning about secondary dominant chords and how you can use them as passing chords. Alright, so what is a dominant chord? First of all, let me take you back to our scale degrees. Now we have the re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, and each of them have names. We have the one is the tonic, supertonic, medians, subdominant, dominant, submediant, leading tone, and tonic. You should be familiar with this theory by now. Alright, so I want you to take note of the five. The five is the medians. The 5 is the dominant, right? The 5 is the dominant. So if we play a dominant chord, it gives us the only primary dominance of every key. When you go to whatever key, on key of C sharp, and you play your 5 as a dominant chord, it is the only primary dominance of that key, right? So the primary dominance simply means like a dominant chord that has all, back to the key of C, that has all notes belonging to that key or that major scale. So you can see I'm holding all white notes. So that's the only primary dominant chord. Or you can think of it as the only correct dominant chord for that key. And it's called a primary dominant. So one very important feature of the dominant chord that you should know and that will be very, very helpful for us in this lesson is that the dominant chord always leads or points to the tonic. That's to the 1. So naturally when you play a dominant chord, on whatever key, that's our saw, as a dominant, you get it leads to our 1. So we have naturally. So that's the function of the dominant chord. It leads to your 1. Right, and that's our primary dominant. So a primary dominant chord will always lead to the key or to the tonic of the key you are playing on. I hope you really understand. I just want to establish that very well. So now, what is the secondary dominant? The secondary dominant, you can think of it like when you borrow dominant chords from other keys or other scales. You understand? So now, let's look at the F major scale, for instance. We have, so remember the 5th degree gives us the dominant. So this is the 5th degree of F. Now, I always tell my students that you have to be able to think outside the box. You have to be able to think out of one key. Now, we're still going to go back to the key of C, but you have to be able to think in the key of F for now. So now, what is the 5th degree of the F major scale? That's the C, right? So if I were to play this, this is the dominant, the primary dominant of what? Of the F major scale. So naturally, like I said, the dominant chord would always lead to the tonic. So when I play this dominant, it will always lead me back to the what? My tonic, which is F in this case. So right? So now let's go back to the key of C. Please just stay with me. So imagine you're playing on the key of C. We are on the key of C, and you have a song that the progression goes like this. So your 1, your 4, that's your F, and back to your 1. Now if you want to add a passing chord, you can add a dominant, but in this case it's going to be a secondary dominant, because remember the only primary dominance is like the one that leads to the tonic. But we can add a dominant chord between the do and the fa, that's the 1 and the 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to borrow the secondary, we're going to treat 4 as our tonic because that's where we are going to land. I hope you understand. So we're going to borrow the dominant chord of F, and that's what the C dominant. So in this case, it's called a secondary dominant. It's used as a secondary dominant. So you can play. So I hope you understand. That's the idea of secondary dominant. That's the concept of secondary dominant chords. If you don't understand it, if you belong to our WhatsApp community, I'm open to take your questions. Then we can treat it and talk about it more. But that's really what the secondary dominant chord is. So take note, the secondary dominant always needs to its tonic, right? So now, how can we use this secondary dominant as passing chords? Let's take some examples. Here is song. You are my strength, my shield. You are Now this song has so much space for passing chords, so we're going to use secondary dominant passing chords. So let's look at where we can use it. Now, you alone are my strength. Do to fa. I've already established that you can play a C dominant chord as a passing chord to your fa, right? So you alone are my strength, my shield, and you alone are my spirit name. That's so. So we can play a passing chord to this. So now you have to think, what's the dominant of this? If this is our tonic, that's where we are going to. What's the dominant of this? Think about the G major scale and look for the 5th degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to be familiar with all your major scales for this to work. So we'll play a D dominant, and that's this. So we'll play this as a passing chord to us. So you can hear it resolves naturally to some. So you alone are my strength, my shield, and you alone are my spirit, and you alone are my heart. Now we're going to add a passing chord here also before going to La. Alright, so this is A. You have to think, what is the dominant that would lead me to my A? So you can think about the A major scale was 5th degree. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what E. So you can play an E dominant chord as a passing chord to your A. So that will be. So all together, you are my strength, my shield. You alone are my spirit, and you alone are my heart. Are my heart. You can use both hands. Are my heart. Right? Desire and I want to worship you. So I hope that was really clear. And the key of C sharp. You alone. So you alone. C dominant, right? So our 4. You, that's C sharp dominant in this case. You alone are my strength, my shield. You alone are my spirit name. Alright, so a C sharp dominant to our F sharp. You can just, it's the same theory. You can just, I move to another key, right? Then the same thing, a D sharp dominant to our A flat. So you alone are my strength, my shield. You alone are my spirit. You are now alone are my. Alright, so that's F dominant to our B flat. So you alone are heart, desire, and eyes. You understand? To worship you. So let's do the same thing on the key of D. You alone. Then you alone are my strength, my shield, and you alone are my spirit name, and you alone are my heart. You understand? Desire and I love to worship you. Then on the key of F. Alright. You alone are my strength, my shield. You alone are my spirit. That's going to be a G dominant spirit. And you alone are my heart. You understand? Desire and I love to worship. So to the key of F sharp. So it's just really the same concept, just applying it on different keys. So if you've not really understood what we are doing or what I've been doing so far, let me explain it in a different way that might be easier for you. Let's go back to the key of C. So I'm going to use a number system so you can apply it on whatever key. Now, just know that you can play your 1 as a dominant chord, and a dominant chord is a major chord with a flat 7th. If you don't know how to form a dominant chord, you can check this video for how to form a dominant chord. So you can play your 1 as a dominant chord to your 4, right? 1 as a dominant chord to 4. You can play your 2 as a dominant chord to your 5. You can play your 3 as a dominant chord to your 6. You can play your 4 as a dominant chord to your 7, right? And your 5 as a dominant chord to your 1, and your 6 as a dominant chord to your 2. Okay, we're going to the song example I treated did not have us playing a passing chord to the 2. We'll look at another example for that. But you can use your 6 as a dominant chord or a passing chord to your 2. So your 7 dominant chord to your 3, and back to your. So I don't know if you really understood that, or I hope you understand that. So now let's look at another song, and we're going to play the dominant passing chords to Re and Mi. So El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim, Mi. So this song has a space for Mi here, so we're going to play a passing chord to this Mi. And now remember what I said we can play our 7 as a dominant chord to our 3. So El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. So understand? I'll take it again. El Shaddai and Adonai. Then so that I played my 6 as a dominant chord to my 2. That's like El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Just still the same. Understand? So let's do it on different keys also. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Then each way just still the same. So this is our passing chord to the Mi, and this is our passing chord to the Re. You understand? On the key of D. El Shaddai, El Shaddai. La. You understand? Then on F we'll have El Shaddai, El Shaddai. So these are our 7 as a dominant chord to the 3 and Adonai. Then now so our Re play again. Lastly on the key of F sharp. Right, so we have so 7 dominant to your 3. So El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Then it's the way, just still this. I hope you understand this. Just really understand the concept. That's all that matters. So that's how you can use dominant chords as passing chords to spice up a play. You can use this anytime. Just understand this. I will advise you go maybe learn your major scale and all 12 keys, right? Then learn how to play all the dominant chords, how to play dominant chords of all those keys. So all that is left is just for you to go on your own, practice it, apply this concept in your songs. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. I feel like this wasn't clear enough for some reason. I don't know, but you can drop your questions if you have any, and that's pretty much all God bless you. Thanks for watching. Cheers.